this age of increasing unrest and chaos, we are struggling to understand why we behave as we do, before it is too late. The powerful effect of reinforcement can be used to improve the quality of our lives, say the behaviorists. Whole populations may decide on behavior patterns for themselves, and then go about redesigning and restructuring their environments to support their objectives. The behaviorists are very much aware of the danger of misuse. Skinner himself has said there is nothing in behavior modification that guarantees it will be used by good people.
Our concern, many of our colleagues are as well, as to the use and the misuse of the technology. Every technology can go either way. I remember when I first studied design at the Institute of Design, I was taught by Bauhaus designers and architects. It was explained that the tool that was developed was such a beautiful tool. If you developed a knife, and that could be used for surgery or for slaughter, for murder, and that the tool has, in a sense, no moral responsibility. It's always the human being that makes the decision. Now, the concept of control and how much and who is the controller is one that has plagued man since the beginning of government structure. We're plagued by it right now, and we'll always be plagued by it. The question is, how much control and how much authority do you give the government, even our government, the people's government, and how much control do you allow for the society, the individual, the group?
It is massive application that frightens most of us, especially when it involves children like Scott, who's in a part-time tutorial program.
It is only used here with the permission of the individual. That's one of the important safeguards. Nothing is to be done without particularly explaining things fully, directly, and permission.
Scott spends a few hours of each school day here at the Diagnostic and Learning Center, building up behavior that should give him tools for success.
I'll tell you something, Scott. It's like, if you really can get into it, and if you can figure it out mathematically, on how you can possibly make $5 here. Wow, you got it.
Remember Gardner Gilsey?
Yeah.
He made like $6 one day.
We are all conditioned to punishments and rewards. If we go to work, we get paid. But the controversy begins when money is used in a school environment as a reward for good behavior.
You're welcome. You made $1.82. Very good. See you later. Bill. Okay, bye.
After school, Scott does chores around the house. Today, it's sawing down a small tree for firewood. Here is the key to responsible use of child management. The children understand the relationship between reinforcement and behavior and use it to their own benefit. Many put themselves on token economy programs at home, getting points and privileges for helping out around the house. This teaching machine can't offer verbal reinforcement, but it has its own special way of rewarding good work. You don't wait 2 weeks for a teacher to mark a test paper here. Press a button, and the machine tells you if you're right or wrong instantly. An incorrect? Try again. A correct answer, and you may be on your way to the lounge for a break.
Opportunities for very large payoff after long periods of time, as well as small, intermittent scheduled payoffs, is what keeps an individual moving. And therefore, reinforcement is a very complicated phenomenon. And it's not very simplistically just giving somebody an M&M or saying good each time. That's a misunderstanding the use of the whole principle. The principle is a life principle. The reason we're all alive and have not sliced our throats is because we believe, no matter how bad it is, that it's going to get better.
Let us try to feel the answer.
Unreal city. Under the brown fog of a winter dawn, a crowd flowed over London Bridge. So many. I had not thought death had undone so many.
And we are here, as on a darkling plain swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night.
Shall we remain content forever to live in that unreal city? To be a part of those ignorant armies that clash by night? Are there bridges which will help us escape from the labyrinth of a mechanical, frightening world to a more humane one? In our interconnected, super-technological world, there is still something in us that forces us to search for the meaning of life.
Leslie's in school too, being taught to alter the flow of blood to different parts of her body. A function once thought completely beyond our conscious control. Leslie is sitting in what you might call a giant Skinner box in the laboratory of Dr. Edward Taub, automated to reward her for self-increasing or decreasing the flow of blood to a particular part of her body. Who doesn't know how she does it, manages to alter the flow of blood to her hand. The resulting rise and fall in skin temperature activates banks of feedback lights. When an entire bank lights up, a change of 1 degree has been achieved, and there's a cash payoff of 25 cents for every quarter degree change. Almost anyone can be trained to do it, and the best, like Leslie, routinely display skin temperature changes of up to 15 degrees in one 15-minute session. Many applications are possible if we can cope with the real danger posed by misuse of behavior modification, the threat of mind control.